What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Cam Lucci, and we back with another reaction. Today we got a horror film called The Bye Bye Man. Came out like 2017. It's a supernatural horror film, and it's supposed to be one of those like Candyman, you know what I'm saying, or Mary Times Three or whatever. You know, you say their name and you speak their name or whatever, and they come up to kill you. So we got a thriller on our hands. I never seen it. We about to experience it for the first time together. So yeah, something to tap in and tune in with. If you're new to the channel, go ahead, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you see every time I drop some new. Let's start the show.
The film begins by introducing three college students, Elliot, his best friend John, and Elliot's girlfriend Sasha, who have just rented an old house at a price affordable for students. Although the house is in poor condition, it comes furnished with essential items and is located not far from their campus. After agreeing to rent it, Elliot, John, and Sasha start cleaning every room in the house, which is covered in dust and dirt.
It's a little creepy.
One of them abandoned buildings type shit. Hell yeah, it's creepy. When the last time that shit been renovated?
They also arrange the furniture the landlord had stored in the basement. Most of the furniture looks old and worn.
That's them houses you don't want. Them houses with old ass furniture that's put up in the basement or attic or whatever. Nigga, leave that shit alone. Usually old items like that be holding on to old spirits and shit.
But still in usable condition. They also move their own belongings into the new place.
It's all going for garage sale.
Coins symbolize the...
While Sasha is arranging items, she suddenly hears a thumping sound coming from the upper floor. She tries to think positively, assuming it's just because the house is old. Later, they decide on the room assignments. Elliot and Sasha will sleep in the upstairs bedroom, while John will take the downstairs one. Elliot excuses himself to go to the bathroom. Moments after Elliot leaves, Sasha hears the sound of a coin falling from inside a small room. Suddenly, the door to that room slams shut violently. At first, Sasha thinks it's just Elliot playing a prank on her, but it turns out Elliot has been in the bathroom the whole time. To celebrate moving into their new home.
Yeah, so you got your first sign of supernatural activity right there. It's already a bad sign.
They host a party
me personally, I ain't fucking with no type of signs.
Elliot also invites his brother Virgil, Virgil's wife Trina, and their daughter Alice to join. The guests drink and dance, enjoying themselves.
Rush it. It's all out there waiting for you.
Place yourself.
It's great. It's just, you know.
While others are partying, Alice goes upstairs to Elliot and Sasha's room. There, she hears a coin fall to the floor.
What the fuck?
Without hesitation, she picks it up, but remembering she was taught not to take things that don't belong to her, she places it on a small table. She quickly tells Elliot about what she found. Since it's getting late and Virgil has to work, Virgil and his family leave early.
Buddy.
Miss Sasha steps up to the...
After they go, John invites Elliot and Sasha to play baseball outside. Elliot heads to his room to get ready. There, he accidentally spots the coin lying on the floor. He recalls Alice saying she had placed it on the small table, so he wonders how it moved. He puts it inside the drawer, but strangely, it keeps falling out whenever he places it there. Realizing something odd is going on with the table, Elliot opens the drawer and finds a piece of paper with the words, "Don't think it, don't say it." Confused by the strange phrase, he turns the paper over and finds the name, The Bye Bye Man, which only deepens his puzzlement. Without investigating further, he decides to ignore it and heads downstairs to play baseball with his friends.
I hope bro did not read it out loud, because if you read it out loud, you just said that nigga name. Here we go.
Yes! Oh, she's going long. She's going long.
After the party ends, Elliot, John, Sasha, and one of their friends, Kim, start talking about the house. Kim is well known among the students for being sensitive to supernatural entities. However, Elliot, John, and Sasha doubt her abilities, as they don't believe in the paranormal. To prove herself, Kim suggests they perform a seance to identify any spirits in the area. They agree and sit in a circle, holding hands. Kim focuses and says that Elliot's parents' spirits are worried about him.
Who has friends like this, bro? That's not no average friend. A female that's just randomly talking about how she's a medium or a medium And she got, you know what I'm saying, the type of powers to talk to different spirits in different realms and shit. Bro, that's not the homie. Nigga, we are not kicking it. No, that bitch is capable of some shit that we don't know nothing of, nor do we study. You know what I'm saying? She is exiled. That
She
is not the
senses
homie.
something evil slowly approaching.
The sun goes
The
down,
presence
she
terrifies her, and
cannot
she
be
hears a
around.
faint voice
You feel
telling
me?
her, "Don't
No.
think it. Don't say it."
I don't like this. You put the keys
I
in
don't
a
like
pot
this
on
either.
the stove. Yeah, I don't want to do this anymore.
Don't think it. Don't say it.
John, confused, asks what exactly they aren't supposed to think or say. The phrase reminds Elliot of the words in the drawer, and innocently he says, "The bye-bye man." Immediately, Kim screams hysterically,
Damn.
and the house is plunged into darkness.
Damn.
The negative energy in the house leaves Kim physically weak, making it impossible for her to go home. As a result,
Damn.
Kim has to stay at Elliot's house for the
No
time being.
way. That's crazy
That
right
night,
there.
while Elliot was sleeping, he was startled by the appearance of a man in a jacket standing in the corner of his room.
Oh no.
Are you sick?
What the fuck?
This made Elliot wake up and unable to fall back asleep. Elliot and Sasha also heard scratching sounds
Bro, look
coming from
behind him.
outside the house.
What is
They
that?
tried to find the source of the noise, but strangely, they saw nothing in their yard.
Was that moving behind him? Was that picture moving behind him?
The next morning, John drove Kim home.
She finna die.
We
Why?
could try again.
Definitely.
You want to go inside?
Before leaving, Kim invited
she's
John to
scared.
visit her house, but John immediately refused. Suddenly, John hallucinated that Kim's hair was full of maggots. Disturbed, John told Kim to get out of his car and quickly headed home. When he arrived, John looked confused. Elliot had found claw marks on the house's wall.
What the fuck?
John told
Hey, he wrong for that. He didn't. That nigga wrong for that. He told me, hey, hurry up and get out of my car. He didn't. What the fuck, bitch? You got maggots in your hair? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the natural reaction would be to let somebody know that they, you know what I'm saying? They see some shit crawling in their hair, not to just be like, get the fuck out of my car. Like, you know what I mean? That's crazy.
Elliot
That
not
nigga
to
John
worry,
wrong.
suggesting it might have been a prank by their friends from the party last
Hell
night.
no, that shit like
Since
a
learning
polar
the name
bear or
of the
something. Pull
Bye-Bye
out that
Man,
motherfucker.
Elliot, John, and Sasha began to feel something was wrong with them. They started experiencing hallucinations they had never had before. For example, John acting strangely and Sasha hallucinating that John was naked. Sensing that something was very wrong, Elliot told Virgil about it. While they were talking on the phone, Elliot heard a mysterious noise. He called for Sasha and John, thinking they might be the ones making it, but they didn't answer.
Guys, what are you doing up there?
Elliot went to investigate and eventually reached the basement. There, he found more claw marks that hadn't been there before, as well as a gold coin lying on the floor. When Elliot picked up the coin, he was
What's the
suddenly
coin
startled by the
significance? Yeah.
appearance of a mysterious figure.
What's the coin significance? I wonder what that coin got to do with anything.
The basement door slammed shut by itself. Hearing Elliot's shouts, John and Sasha rushed to open the door. Elliot scolded them for not responding earlier, but they claimed they never heard him calling. Sasha then told Elliot that while she was studying earlier, she had unconsciously drawn a sketch of the Bye-Bye Man. She realized that ever
keep
since they
saying that
heard the
nigga name.
her thoughts had been in chaos. The more she tried not to think about the Bye-Bye Man, the more he disrupted her mind, leaving her unsure of what to do.
All right, now it's
The more
starting
we
to
try
get a
get rid of
little,
it,
you
the
know what I'm
bigger it gets.
saying?
Ideas are real.
Now we getting diving deep. Now we getting to the meat and potatoes.
You thought
And this is usually where they start breaking it down to investigation. This is usually where you start seeing them niggas go to a library or go to the last person that rented that house out. They finna go see where they at now. Probably a mental asylum or something. You know what I'm saying? This is the part where you start seeing the investigation of who is the Bye-Bye Man and why is this nigga lurking? Why can't you think about him? Why can't you talk about him? Why can't you say his name? You feel me? We about to get into the whole
That
origin
night, while Elliot
of this
was asleep,
motherfucker.
he was once again disturbed by the Bye-Bye Man and his pet dog.
What the fuck? Hell nah.
All these disturbances
Hell nah.
were starting to push Elliot to his
Dude,
breaking
so
point.
you
At first, he had underestimated.
then it came out looking like a wrestler, huh? He
He
came,
was
out
once
like a
again
motherfucking
disturbed
wrestler.
by the Bye-Bye
So you-
Man and his pet dog.
That's how the wrestlers come down the motherfucking
All
to the
these
ring.
disturbances were starting to push Elliot to his breaking point.
Come out pointing
At
at him.
first, he had underestimated the Bye-Bye Man, but after experiencing the terror firsthand, he began to feel afraid and unable to live in peace. Determined to stop the nightmare, Elliot planned to search for more information about the Bye-Bye Man at the library, hoping to find a way to end the terror. Sasha also wanted to track down the owner of the house they rented to ask about the small table with the drawer that had the Bye-Bye Man's name written inside. Elliot promised to pick Sasha up at 2 p.m.
Here we
Later,
go.
Sasha
Here's the
met with the
investigations.
landlord, a man named Daisy. Sasha immediately asked about the small table. Daisy explained that the table wasn't originally hers.
Told you I'm getting surgical with this shit, Jake. I'm getting surgical with this shit. Nigga, you about to see the origins.
Years ago, someone had sold it to her at a cheap price. Daisy still remembered who the previous owner was and gave Sasha that person's address.
Daisy,
Yes.
in the basement, and it has this writing inside it. You have a weird house, Mr. Daisy. Where did it come from?
A nightstand.
Meanwhile, at the library, Elliot was busy searching the library's database for information about the Bye-Bye Man.
What I tell
Strangely,
you.
he couldn't find anything using that keyword. Out of curiosity, Elliot typed the phrase, "Don't think it, don't say it," into the search bar. This
That
time,
probably
he
got him
found a
right,
file
yeah.
titled The Redmond Death File, which was connected to the Bye-Bye Man. Elliot asked the librarian, Watkins, to let him borrow the file from the archives.
Palm's messing up the documents in the box. Posterity. And it was written by...
Inside the documents, Elliot
Yeah, I remember this
found a
lady.
sheet of...
Look,
And it was written by...
Inside the
you remember this lady? This the police officer on Pineapple Express. You feel me? That's the police officer when they took her car. Yeah.
documents, Elliot found a sheet of paper with the same phrase, "Don't think it, don't say it," just like the one he had seen in the small table drawer at his house. After reading through all the documents, Elliot learned that in 1969, there had been a mass murder committed by a teenager who killed his friends and family. The teenager was later caught and interrogated by a journalist named Larry. During the interrogation, the teenager confessed that a figure called the Bye-Bye Man had driven him insane, pushing him to murder those closest to him. After hearing the name the Bye-Bye Man, Larry also began to experience hallucinations and madness similar to the teenagers. At first, Larry planned to publish the story, but he soon realized that the name itself would bring disaster to anyone who heard it. Whoever learned the name the Bye-Bye Man would eventually lose their sanity and turn into a psychopath. The Bye-Bye Man would corrupt their thoughts and cause disturbing hallucinations. Unfortunately,
This nigga just like the Candyman. You know? He kind of just like the
Larry
Candyman.
realized this too late. He had already told a friend about the name. Unaware of its danger, that friend spread the name to people close to him.
Lord
Larry tried
Voldemort
to
ass
uncover
nigga.
the origin of the Bye-Bye Man and how to stop him, but found no answers.
Shit. He's gonna
Larry
kill her.
understood that anyone who knew the name, whether consciously or unconsciously, would eventually speak it aloud, causing the terror to spread further. His only remaining option was to kill everyone who knew the name, including his friends and family.
Grimy. But what about you, nigga?
Don't think it. Don't say it.
You got the key to everybody's house or something? Damn,
After committing
that
the
nigga
mass
shot the whole
murder,
block
Larry
up.
took his own life by drinking poison. Before his death, Larry deleted several files related to the Bye-Bye Man, which explained why
Damn.
Elliot couldn't find any prior information. While talking with Watkins, Elliot accidentally mentioned the name the Bye-Bye Man, causing Watkins to hear it. As Elliot was reading the file, he suddenly hallucinated again, seeing
This
the
nigga done
Bye-Bye
spread the
Man
virus.
slowly approaching him.
What are you doing, boy?
Noticing something was wrong, Watkins snapped Elliot out of his trance. Elliot was shocked to realize it was already past 2 p.m. He had promised to meet
What
Sasha
was he
at
doing?
that
He
time.
probably
Rushing
thought
to
he was.
find her,
He probably thought he was scribbling out the Bye-Bye Man, but if you look back in the book and shit, he probably underlining every time it say that nigga name in there.
Elliot
Feel me?
spotted Sasha and John
Like,
acting
damn.
affectionately together. Then, John and Sasha got into a car and drove away without him.
Hey.
After that,
That's a
Elliot went to see Kim,
hallucination.
intending to bring her back to his house. He apologized to her for not believing what she
I
had said
wonder if that's a
earlier.
hallucination.
Now, Elliot needed Kim's psychic abilities to communicate with the Bye-Bye Man. Kim, who was also haunted by the Bye-Bye Man, agreed to go with him. Before leaving,
Hell
Kim
nah.
was seen washing
Bro, these
blood off her
niggas
hands.
crazy.
Whose blood it was remained unknown. On the way, Kim explained to Elliot that they had to stop the Bye-Bye Man's terror before it spread further to others. Before she could explain how to stop him, Kim hallucinated about a family having an accident on a railroad track.
Some go crazy sooner, but they all
Nigga, what if she's dead already, bro? What if that blood she wipes off is her blood?
She immediately got out of the car and ran towards them. From behind, Elliot, carrying Kim's hammer, warned her that it was all just a hallucination created by the Bye-Bye Man. Still under the hallucination, Kim unknowingly ran into the path of an oncoming train and was struck.
Damn, nigga. Okay, she was still alive.
The police, led by Detective Shaw, quickly
Yeah.
arrived to investigate her death. John and Sasha also came to pick up Elliot. Elliot
She
told them
gone.
that Kim had died because of the Bye-Bye Man. He then asked John and Sasha if they had told anyone the name the Bye-Bye Man. Both firmly said they hadn't. Elliot stressed that no one else must ever know the name or more lives would be lost. John, not understanding what Elliot meant, refused to follow his warning, still believing that the Bye-Bye Man wasn't real. This led to a brief argument between Elliot and John, which prompted Detective Shaw to step in. After some pressure from Elliot, John
John was
reluctantly
beating his
agreed.
ass.
Detective Shaw then asked
John
Elliot to
was
come with him
getting
to
it
the
up
police
on him.
station. According to eyewitnesses, they believed Elliot had been chasing Kim with a hammer, causing her to panic and end up being hit by the train.
No, he set himself
Additionally,
up. Why did he
police had
have the
found
hammer
one
in
of
his
Kim's
hand?
friends dead from a hammer blow. Elliot was taken to
Oh,
the station while
shit.
Sasha and John went home.
The setup. The setup is real. All right, now I don't know
Good
what
news
to.
for
I
you,
don't know what to
maybe.
think. I don't know what to think about for the future of this shit. Hold on, we about to see. We about to see what's up.
After a long wait, Shaw informed Elliot that he wouldn't be detained, as police had found a suicide note left by Kim at her home. In it, Kim confessed to killing her roommate and stated that she also planned
Wow.
to kill Elliot, John, and Sasha. Detective Shaw pressed Elliot to explain what had
What the
really happened
fuck?
to Kim, but Elliot refused to mention the Bye-Bye Man. He didn't want anyone else to know the cursed name.
Good news for you.
So I guess she was planning on killing you too. You want to write it?
No.
What are you doing?
You really want to know? You could describe every awful nightmare thing you saw.
Soon after, Virgil arrived to pick him up. Virgil asked Elliot what was going on, why his friend had suddenly died, and what connection Elliot had to the death. Elliot, not wanting to put Virgil in danger, remained silent and told him to stay out of it. Elliot then returned home to check on Sasha. But when he arrived, he was shocked to see Sasha and John having sex. Without thinking, Elliot struck John on the head.
No.
In reality, it was just another hallucination caused by the Bye-Bye Man. John
Okay.
had only been
I was
watching
about to
over
say,
Sasha,
damn.
who was sound asleep. The blow left John incapacitated. To prevent John from suffering hallucinations like he was, Elliot locked him in the basement. While moving John's body, Elliot found an
Yeah,
address
because he knew
belonging
John
to
was gonna
someone
beat the
named
fuck out that
Jesse
nigga if he
Redmond,
started
the
hallucinating
original
some shit.
owner of the small
He said, I
table
couldn't do
and the
that with
wife
this
of
nigga.
Larry. Elliot planned to meet Jesse to ask
Damn.
how to stop the Bye-Bye Man. A short time later, Elliot received a call from Watkins, who told him that he had begun hallucinating after learning the name the Bye-Bye Man. Elliot urged Watkins to stay calm
Damn,
and
she
promised to
said his
stop by
name.
his house. After the call ended, it was revealed that Watkins was holding a knife, which he then used to kill his two children. The terror of the
No.
Bye-Bye Man had driven
No.
Watkins into such deep hallucinations that he committed the horrific act. Before going to Jesse's house, Elliot threw the small table into the woods, hoping no one would ever find it again. Then, he drove to Jesse's home and upon arriving, asked her to tell him more about the Bye-Bye Man.
Leave!
Miss Red, a train, gold coins.
Jesse began recounting the events leading up to Larry's mass killings. Before the murders, Larry had been working on a news story about a teenager who had murdered his family and friend. The cause of the teenager's descent into madness was a figure known as the Bye-Bye Man. During the interrogation, Larry had heard the name the Bye-Bye Man, and from that moment on, it began poisoning his mind.
Damn.
Unknowingly, Larry even wrote the cursed name in the drawer of the small table, the very same place Elliot first saw it. As the name consumed him, Larry began suffering intense hallucinations and gradually lost his sanity. He went so far as to write the phrase, "Don't think it, don't say it," in every corner of his house to stop himself from speaking the name aloud. This behavior confused Jesse deeply, but Larry refused to explain what was happening. Eventually, driven mad, Larry took a gun and began killing his friends who knew the name, the Bye Bye Man.
I was about to be dying
Until
laughing. I
his
thought he
final
just shot
breath,
this.
Larry tried to erase the name from the world to prevent the same tragedy from happening again. But now, the nightmare had returned because Elliot had read the cursed name. Elliot asked Jesse why she had survived until now. Jesse explained that she had never learned the name, and for that reason, Larry spared her life. She then handed Elliot a gun, suggesting that he kill his friends who knew the name and then take his own life, so the terror would end once and for all. Elliot refused, believing there must be another way to stop the curse without killing anyone. Then he hallucinated, seeing Jesse engulfed in flames.
No, it's not real.
He convinced himself it was only an illusion, and it vanished instantly. Determined, Elliot drove home to protect Sasha and John. On the way, Elliot once
found the
again
answer.
hallucinated,
He gonna
this
be the one
time
to
seeing
find the
John
answer.
standing in the middle of the road. Knowing it was an illusion, he drove straight through, but in reality, he had hit Watkins, killing him instantly.
Oh,
The crash
shit.
totaled his car, forcing Elliot to walk the rest of the way home. When he arrived, he was horrified to see John stabbing Sasha with scissors.
What the fuck?
Without
What the
thinking,
fuck?
Elliot shot John. But it was another hallucination. The person he shot
Damn.
was actually Sasha, who had been hallucinating herself and had attacked John. The shot
Oh,
killed
shit.
Sasha instantly, while John was left badly injured. Elliot was
Oh,
devastated
shit.
by what he had done and finally realized there was no other way. He would have
He
to
ain't
kill
even
them
worried
all.
about John.
The Bye
He
Bye
not
Man
even worried
appeared
about
before him,
John.
terrifying him. From the front door, Elliot heard voices. It was Virgil and Alice. They had come because Virgil was worried about Elliot after seeing him act strangely earlier.
Bro.
Elliot rushed downstairs, begging Virgil to leave immediately. The Bye Bye Man approached him, trying to force him to speak the cursed name so Virgil would know it. After a moment's thought, Elliot chose instead to take his own life, sacrificing himself to protect Virgil and his family.
What are you saying?
His
Damn.
death left Virgil heartbroken. After losing their parents, he had now lost his only brother. Shortly after Elliot's death, the house caught fire, likely set by John, who was still barely alive.
Yeah.
Using the last of his strength, John tried to kill himself to avoid speaking the cursed name. Virgil and Alice then left. On the way, Alice revealed a handful of coins she had found in the drawer of the small table Elliot had thrown
no.
away. She said she had found the table near a trash bin. Fortunately, Alice couldn't read yet,
Oh, thank
so
God.
she didn't know the cursed name written inside the drawer.
Oh,
Later, police and firefighters arrived at
Man.
Elliot's home. After extinguishing the fire, they managed to rescue John, though he was gravely wounded and unlikely to survive. In his final moments, John tried to speak. Detective Shaw leaned closer to his mouth and heard the name, the Bye Bye Man. It was certain the terror of the Bye Bye Man would spread once
oh my God.
more.
Yep.
And the story ends.
It's a wrap. Damn, yo, that shit crazy, bro. Yeah, so I like that one, but it was kind of mellow. It wasn't as scary or like as trembling as I thought it was gonna be. So I'll rate that one a 6.5 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? It's fair. What y'all think about it? Leave it in the comments. You know what I'm saying? I would like to rate that one. That guy. Excuse me, I didn't have a heartburn. I would like to rate him probably like. He's mid, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Bye Bye Man, he kind of mid, bro. When it comes to like, you know, some don't say their name or they gonna pop up, you know what I'm saying, type shit. The Candyman definitely has top tier, and then Mary is the second one. And you know, shit, we could put Lord Voldemort. No, I'm just playing. There's other killers in other movies, the Slender Man, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. But just yeah, man, you know, he was mid, bro. But 6.5 out of 10. I'll watch it if I was bored. Yeah, man. I'm gonna definitely do another one though. Definitely gonna keep going in. We on a what's it called? We've been on a 90-day run. It's like the second month down now. You know what I'm saying? So hey, we're gonna keep shooting for the stars. You know what I'm saying? Stay tapped in and tuned in with your boy KM Lucci on the KM Lucci Reactions. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. subscribe, hit the notification bell so you see every time I drop some new